Hi, my name is Katie Cavazos, and I'll be presenting the agency of the Office of Child Support Enforcement. Okay, so a little bit about the history of the Office of Child Support Enforcement. So this agency assists state, tribal, and local child support agencies in managing and operating their programs according to the law and ensuring that they utilize effective enforcement tools. So the first form of support that was provided was to single-family households, and this was the aid to families with dependent children, and this was in 1935. And the first child support enforcement legislation was Public Law 81 734, and this was the Social Security Act's amendments of 1950. So the misuse of the aid to families with dependent children, which was what prompted the creation of this piece of legislation, and this was the misuse of this aid and the fact that there were more single families becoming more apparent. This was what prompted the creation of the legislation. In 1975, child support enforcement legislation was added as Part D to the Title V of the Social Security Act amendments. This legislation created regulations and established procedures for child support. And the mission, vision, and goals. So this program, the Office of Child Support Enforcement oversees the Office of the Attorney General Ken Paxton, which is the Child Support Office of Texas, in Texas. And so the mission of this program is to encourage responsible parenting by promoting the involvement of both parents and ensuring that children receive the support they deserve. And the program's core values are respect, innovation, service, and excellence. And the goal of the program is to have their mission statement and their core values reflected in everything that they do. So, benefits and services. The Office of the Attorney General of Texas assists families who are seeking child support or paying child support. So, the Child Support Division in Texas walks parents through the process of child support that can establish paternity, establish a new court order, collect child support, enforce child support, and they are working on innovating new ways to help families in Texas. So the main goal of the Child Support Division in Texas is to provide public assistance to single-family households to ensure their children are receiving their needs. And the primary client system that is served. So the Office of Child Support Enforcement this federal agency does not directly interact with child support clients. They just assist the local and state agencies. And so the Office of the Attorney General, the Child Support Division in Texas, supports both parents that are divorced or separated. They support single parents, and they support both mothers and fathers. Social problems that are addressed. The Office of the Child Support Enforcement, along with the Child Support Division of the Office of the Attorney General, is addressing the social problem of children not having their needs met by the income of both parents. Both of the agencies are promoting child welfare by collecting child support and helping parents apply for child support. So eligibility requirements. To apply for child support in Texas, you go to the Office of the Attorney General and online, and they're able to provide you information about how to apply. But you'll need information about both biological parents and the children. So a child support application may require social security number, driver's license number, a phone number, employment history, alternative contact information, and attorney information if that is applicable. A child support application can be filled out online, or you can go online and request that an application be mailed to you, but this application has to be sent to the address that you'll be sending it back from, and this has to be the address that you currently reside in, and that all your payments will be made from, or your payments will all be received to. So what service users say about child support agency. So Support Collectors is a private child support collection agency, and many of their clients have expressed how unhelpful their local child support agency was. And Support Collectors is a private agency in Texas. So these are all former clients of the Office of Child Support Enforcement. So, or the Office of the Attorney General. So support collector's client Michelle wrote, if you're frustrated with the county child support offices and are getting nowhere with them, I would strongly recommend contacting support collectors. And the Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, posted an article on his Facebook page discussing the child support violations. And there are many comments following this post, but one of the main ones was, your organization is a joke. I called you in to let you know I needed help, and I was lectured for 15 minutes on how to pay. So these are all not positively supporting what the child support division does. So gaps in the system. When child support legislation was first created, it was created to enforce the payments of child support. And so enforcement tools are ineffective if non-custodial parents do not have the money to pay for the money for child support. So when a parent does make their payments, the money they owe, when a parent does not make their payments, the money they owe continues to build. And this becomes an issue because there are not many ways for non-custodial parents to dig themselves out of the hole that they've created of the money that they owe. When enforcement methods begin, the issue usually does not resolve right away. It's usually because parents simply don't have the money to pay their child support. And this gap deserves an innovative method that helps non-custodial parents relieve the economic issue that they're trying to pay child support. So assessment of services for the client system. The child support process begins when a parent fills out a child support application, and the process continues when the non-custodial parent pays child support or when the enforcement methods are taken of the non-custodial parent. This process can end very shortly if the non-custodial parent is unable to be found, and this is usually when clients reside to private child support agencies because their local one is not able to find or locate the non-biological or the non-custodial parent. The goal of child support is to ensure children are having all of their needs met by both parents. And this program is working when a child is receiving support from both of their parents. So my most memorable experience and most significant information that I've learned. So after completing this research on child support and everything that this entails, I can say that I didn't know what I thought I knew about this child support system. One of the most interesting things I learned was that the enforcement tools and how they are utilized and how they really do enforce child support payments. So my interest for the enforcement tools really led to my curiosity about the lack of support there is for non-custodial parents. So I feel like this is really a big issue, and many enforcement tools took on these parents, on these non-custodial parents when they truly do not have the money to support themselves, let alone a child. And I feel like there should be assistance for them. And one of the most significant things I learned was how the Office of Child Support Enforcement oversees so many agencies. And so I had to personally create the organizational structure chart for my paper. And I learned so much about the chain of command and how this agency's chain of command or organizational structure really can relate to so many other agencies, and how it really works was super interesting to me. And that is all. Thank you.